oceans of reality that have opened for this type of guidance is that they went into seclusion. And in that world of light they were trained. In the world of light they were trained on how to bring the power of their soul out, how to focus with their shaykhs in that world of light, to receive the fires of their shaykhs. So when Mawlana Shah Naqshband is talking our way, Tariqatuna khairun fi jamiyah is our way is associations and the best of company. And one, people think it's the company of the 10 people that a shaykh is sitting with, but it's reality for Mawlana Shah Naqshband being Sultan of all awliyaullah, Fardul Alam Shah Kul, immense realities of Mawlana Shah Naqshband's reality of when his wujood and his reality was created 7,000 years before Allah created any concept of wilayat and any soul of any saint. Mawlana Shah Naqshband's soul was created. So the immensity of that comment, Mawlana Shah Naqshband is not talking for people that are facing 10 people and say that our way is a talk or a discourse and to keep the company of one another, but this was for awliyaullah to train that keep the company of those whom Allah are pleased with. So a shaykh keeps the company of his shaykhs, and as a result of that company and that association then the human world, the mulk and physical world take benefit from their spiritual connection. So that's when the guides and authorized guides that they meet in their world of light, their association and connection into the world of light, they see their shaykhs in that association, their association and khatam is beginning. That's the association that Mawlana Shaykh and Mawlana Shah Naqshband is referring to, is join us in the best of associations, join us in our suhbat, join us in our gathering, not your physical gathering but to the shaykhs. This is the shaykh of shaykhs that come to our association, that train yourself to a level in which that you are in our association, and by receiving into that association that's how they receive their fayaz, their lights and their guidance. As a result of those lights then anyone who looks to their physicality, their soul is sending that fayaz out and that light and that dress, and the knowledges and realities that are being taught from those realities. So then the true understanding of guidance is through the world of light, and if shaykhs had to depend on trying to convince people there would be absolutely no guidance. So it means that the knowledge and the ulum, the knowledges and realities that they teach are one to attract an audience, because this is a world in which these souls are hungry. Allah puts a hunger for spirituality within their souls, and as a result of that hunger they want and they desire that reality. So they're coming to eat from that reality. They don't talk to people that are not hungry. Allah puts the hunger into them for spiritual realities, and as a result as soon as the shaykhs are teaching, that's one is an attraction. So people are hearing things that they never heard, people are hearing things from the oceans of reality that they want to hear. They don't want to hear physical talks and physical understandings continuous and continue for 30 years of physical the same story. They want the spiritual realities, so it's an attraction. That is what attracts the people, and because it's a haqqaiq and a reality, it hits the soul of the one who hears it, reads it, meditates upon it and begin to lock on to their soul. As a result of their locking on, listening, participating and reading, then the shaykh from the world of malakut is grabbing them. And these souls that are locked onto these teachings, realities, and as soon as they support and participate, the shaykh is guiding your soul, not the physicality. Understanding to understand that the physicality they're luring, so they lure the physicality by the means of these knowledges, these chantings, these zikrs. But the real guidance is in the world of life. The real guidance is that your soul is sitting in the shaykh's association, and that association is a continuous association. There's no sleep in that world, there's no break in that world, there's no stopping in that world. This is only the physical world that has to stop and to eat and to work and to do all these things. This reality of guidance is in the world of life. So that as soon as the participant and student is reading, learning, involving themselves, the shaykh is pulling an attraction to their heart. As a result of that attraction then they're calling that soul into that presence into Tariqatuna khairun fi jamiyah. That's the association, that's the reality of Naqshbandiyya, that our association is the best of association and gatherings. So common people think this is physical, but the shaykh is gathering people by these associations to a higher association, and that association in the world of light, it never stops. So the shaykh's fayaz is continuously dressing them, blessing on them from these realities, reflecting from their light of what they receive of lights from their shaykhs, from holy companions, from Ahlul Bayt al-Nabi all the way up to the Sultanate of Sayyidina Muhammad, because it's a world of light and it's egoless. So whatever they're receiving, to the degree that Prophet wants, these reflections are happening in that association. So we've talked about this before, the shaykh can reach anyone by just concentrating and connecting with their light. They don't try to call you physically to guide you and sit there and convince your ego, look do this, do that. They don't need to do that, they don't have to be involved in your physicality at all. The mere fact that you're interested in the teaching, that your heart is building a connection, and that's the reality of why Prophet described, you be with whom you love. When you build the love, that is the warp speed in which they can travel, right. For me to travel to your head may take 2 lifetimes, because it'd be a debate. Everything I say to your head you say, no I don't think, no, you're technically wrong, no. They would never do that, that's not a travelling that they're of any interest in. As soon as you love them and they love you and you participate in their system of being involved and being of service, it builds a love and muhabbat. That's the warp speed, that's the reality, that their soul is instantly locked into your soul, and that's what Prophet wanted as a tool. You'll be with whom you love, so go out and get people to love you, not the romantic love. Don't send weird hearts and flowers, that's a dirty understanding. This is a spiritual love of service, a reverence, because English language is very limited. Love and lust is locked in one understanding. Muhabbat and hub is a reverence where I revere you, I believe that you represent something of a holy nature, like our immense reverence for Sayyidina Muhammad, like the